Alright, so I'm just here doing my work and I just came across the most ingenious thing ever. I'm sure it's been in the hobby for a while now. I just didn't know about it. This guy's using a pepper grinder to grind his fish food to feed his fish. Check this out.
And you can grind it to a really fine powder.
Is that even a thing? Fish food grinder. Oh, there's another one. This guy's using a Trader Joe's pepper grinder. I'm over here just doing it old school way, just mushing it with my fingers, throwing it into the tank. Fingers smelling like fish food and all that stuff. But these people, they know what's up. This guy's using a seasoning jar. Oh, and it has a cap to keep the fish food in. What the? This is for grinding herbs, so it's even more fine. Oh, look, someone from Aquarium Co-op posted not long ago. Fish food in a pepper grinder to feed larger foods to smaller fish. That's amazing. Today's video is gonna be trying pepper/salt grinders on big fish foods to feed smaller fish.
Remember those days, those L's, I couldn't sleep right now. I get paid, vacay, staying B-side. Breaking the blues over steak, I gotta eat right. You could be my peace sign.
So as you may or may not know, I have rasbores with my gulper catfish now. So I have to kind of mush food over there and feed them. And also over here in that tank, I have rice fish and I have to mush the food and feed them as well. But now with the pepper grinder, especially something like this where it's like 13 bucks or 15 or 16 bucks for two. I can have one over here and then I can have one over there at the other house. And at the same time, I can also put different types of foods in there. So I have a whole bunch of cichlid food like Cichlid Gold. Then I also have goldfish food that's just kind of sitting around. So I can technically have those all grinded up and I can feed my smaller fish that type of food so it doesn't go to waste. I even have carnivore pellets and massivore pellets that I can technically grind up for my smaller fish to eat. Now I do have the the light foods like this. Maybe if the grinder works well, I'll just go ahead and pour this whole thing in there and then we can easily have this grinded up so I don't have to kind of pinch grind them before feeding them to my fish. Yeah, I'm pretty excited for this because this is a fun DIY project. It's pretty cheap and yeah, we're gonna be able to feed our fish effectively and we don't have to have smelly fingers and stuff. So let's go ahead and turn the camera off right now and then we'll come back when the products arrive. Yo, alright guys, so we're back at the house. I have my secondary camera pointing at this little tray right here. This is what we're going to be grinding and testing our pepper grinder today, which is over here. Ta-da. Alright, the reason why I chose this one in particular is this one is pretty cheap and also has a cap to keep things nice and tidy. And it also has this little adjustment piece right here where you can adjust how fine you want the end product to be. I'll go ahead and put the link in the description below for these two right here. It's a little 2-pack. All right, so the types of foods that we're gonna be grinding today is algae wafers. We're gonna go ahead and try to do it. Fiber bites, this is what I normally feed my smaller fish on a daily basis. Also brought some krill from the house. Some Cichlid Gold, this is probably gonna be the easiest to grind because this is more of like the pepper size. Also gonna try and grind up some massivore pellets and also these carnivore pellets. As you can see, this is just a mini version of the massivore pellets. And then we're also gonna try to grind some New Life Spectrum cichlid pellets. These are, how small are these? This particular New Life Spectrum food is 1 millimeter to 1.5 millimeter, which is too big for my rice fish and definitely too big for the rasbores. So we're gonna go ahead and try to grind all this up today. So let me go ahead and get this camera turned on and we'll go and get started with the test. I'm not gonna use this lens. This lens is too macro, like it zooms in way too much. I'm gonna go ahead and just use my 35 or something. This is a pretty beast lens though, so if you're trying to take some macro photography, Sigma 105 millimeter macro. It's the truth. All right, we're ready. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start off with the New Life Spectrum, 1 millimeter to 1.5 millimeter. And let's go ahead and put it into the jar. All right, that's good enough. Let's go ahead, put the grinder on. So see, it is ready to go. Let's go ahead and put it on the finest setting. I think right here, I can't twist it anymore. Let's go ahead and try it out. Oh, pretty good. All right, so the New Life Spectrum grinded really well. Let me see, let me show you guys the difference. So, see, easily grinded it to dust. Let's go ahead and adjust it to a bigger setting, which is, it's this. Let's see what happens. Oh, one more setting. Not substantially bigger, but you can tell it's been adjusted. So this is the less fine grain. And yeah, it's just like little specks, whatever. So that's the less fine, and I'll go ahead and show you the finest grain, which is what I'm probably gonna use. So this is the more fine grain of the light spectrum, and this is the heavier grain. So yeah, it's totally working for the smaller pellet. No problem at all. What I do want to try is this right here. This is the krill. We shall see if krill works. This is going to be pretty interesting. Imagine krill dust. I can definitely get this from the bottom of my krill jar, but what the heck? Just want to see if it works. Put a little bit. Don't need to try too much. Put a little bit more. Mix this up. Right. Let's go ahead. Dry. Krill doesn't work. Let me smash this up. Alright, now it's a little bit more mushed, as you can see. And then hopefully it'll go down these little grind holes here. So let's go and give it another shot. Here we go. It's working. Alright, definitely works. Krill dust. Okay, so krill works only if you smash it up, and then that way it goes into the little grinder parts and blades and stuff, and then you can make yourself some nice krill powder. I don't know if you can see that, but I'll go show it right here. Yeah, look at that. That's some krill powder right there, man. Next, massive bore pellets. A bunch of you guys watching my channel probably have a lot of massive bore pellets at home. If you guys have, I don't know, carnivorous smaller fish, maybe you want to try giving it to them. Maybe if you want to give it to your guppies, I don't know. So let's go ahead and see if massive bore pellets will go inside those blades. So again, it's at the smallest setting. So massive bore pellets is not fitting into the little blade holes. So, oh, there's one in there. We're just gonna rule this out for now, because if I'm gonna use massive bore pellets and I have to crunch it up, it's gonna be a big burden to smash it. Actually, nah, I'm not gonna do it. Massive bore pellets at its original size does not work. And we're also gonna rule these out right here. If the massive bore pellets didn't work, I'm pretty sure this wouldn't work either. So rule that out. Next, carnivore pellets. Put that much. It's fine. Don't need to grind too much. Fine. Make it a little bigger. Medium. This might be large. Alright, so I have 3 different settings for my pepper grinder. So the middle is really fine. This one right here is medium. And then this one right here is large. So as you can see, they're all very similar. The large one just has a little bit of bigger particles, but for the most part, carnivore pellets, they grind up as a really, really fine powder. So no matter what you set it at, it's going to be very powdery. So just want to note that. It's very different compared to the New Life Spectrum pellets though. This powders up really easily. You never have to buy baby fish food ever again, bro. Just get a pepper grinder and you're good. Alright, so next up, the Cichlid Gold. We have a little bit in there, but I'll just grind this out. So I'm going to do the finest setting first, right here. Ooh, it's a little tough. It's a little tough. And let's do medium setting. The large setting. Alright. There's a difference in this one. Alright, so this is the fine setting, this is the medium setting, and then this is the large setting. It's not as powdery as the carnivore pellets. Last but not least, Viber Bites. This is the shape of Viber Bite. It's not shaped like pellets, so if you have fish like pea puffers, they'll go straight for this. But in our situation, this is too big for a fish to consume, so we have to grind it down. Same deal. Actually, this one is really powdery, so that's fine. Let's go ahead and put it at. Oh yeah. So as you can see, this one right here is the finest setting, and then this one right here is the roughest setting, or the least fine. So as you can see with this specific pepper grinder, the settings is cool, but it's not, there isn't like a middle ground. So when you put it at the biggest setting, it's going to release big grains and then also really fine grains. So there's an in between. So that's what you want to keep in mind. You might want to try different types of pepper grinders. Maybe they have better ones out there, but it came with two. So you can always have two different types of foods that you can grind up for your fish. And yeah, it didn't cost a lot of money. So I'll go ahead and, again, like I said, put the link down in the description below if you guys want to check it out. Go ahead and check it out. Alright, so I have my food mix right here, which is almost all the food that we tested today, except for the, like I said, the algae wafer, the massivore pellets, and I also left out the carnivore pellets, even though these were able to be grinded down. So yeah, all I gotta do is just shake it up like this. And as I grind down this food to feed my fish every day, it's going to be different. So some days it'll be Viber Bite, some days it'll be krill, some days it'll be the Cichlid Gold, and other days it'll be this New Life Spectrum. So this is going to add a lot of variety when it comes to feeding my fish. Watch this. Look at that. Easy. Just don't feed too much. Oh man, that's perfect. Oh my god, right when I said don't feed too much, I literally fed too much. So be careful with that. If you guys are using this pepper grinder, I think only one turn should be enough. Look at all that fine food, man. Oh man, look at them go. That's so much food. Look. Dang. Yeah, you have to really be careful with this because you can totally accidentally overfeed, but it's very fine, dude. It's like, it's so fine that it's not even sinking. Yep. Look at him. Just eating away. Alright, so now that we've got this tank all fed, let's go ahead and head back to the other house and feed the Rasboras. Alright, we're back at the house. Let's go ahead and feed this right here. Let's go ahead and put it over here actually. This way we can get a good view of what's going on. I'm going to move this duckweed out the way. That way it'll attract them also. That's it. Ah, dang, the crowd is over there and the food is over here. Let me turn this off real quick. If you're gonna turn off the flow, they'll come over. So I got two customers over here. Everyone else is all the way over there. Let me see if I can get it from this. They're all back there. I don't know what they're doing. Oh, here comes the swarm. The swarm's coming. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Look what we got here. There you go. It's crazy how these fish know where food is, like automatically. Even though the tank's kind of big for them, they'll always find a way to find the food. Look at them. Look at them. Going at it. Look at that. Well, I guess it worked out pretty well for these guys. You know what else I noticed is cool? This top comes with an O-ring, like a rubber O-ring, so if you close this, it seals the food so it stays fresh. That's pretty interesting. At the time of this recording, these two right here are only 16 bucks, and you have the option to feed one or the other. Or if you're like me, where you have fish in 2 different locations, you can leave one at this house and this one at the other house. Alright, so that's pretty much it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you guys do get a chance to try this out for your smaller fish, I highly recommend it. Especially if you have a lot of food for the other types of fish that you normally have to crush down to feed your smaller fish, or maybe even your nano fish. This will make your life a whole lot easier. I mean, this is, no, come on. I mean, it's just like over your tank, turn, feed your fish, that's it. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for the next one, and peace, guys.